Hey guys, welcome to Rihanna's Lens. I am your host Rihanna Malhotra and I am absolutely elated to share another episode with all of you. Wow, we made it to 50 episodes. This has truly been quite the journey, and I cannot thank the guests on this podcast and my listeners for making it so special. Throughout these episodes, I have acquired a lot of knowledge about the STEM fields. So much so that I feel like I'm even more passionate about advocating diversity in these fields than ever before. And now, since we have heard from so many established professionals in these fields, I thought that why not, for this golden anniversary episode, I tell all of you about my experiences as a student studying STEM at high school. So, at high school, I had taken physics, chemistry, math, and ICT as my core subjects through IGCSE and A levels. Each of these subjects can be extremely daunting, but also rewarding. I can promise you that there is nothing as satisfying as getting a question that you have been working on for quite a while correct. Now, as a STEM student, it is essential that you get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. Oftentimes, you may find opportunities that you think you can't do, but the truth is, you really can. It's okay to feel uncomfortable and try things that you have never done before. Because you never know, it might turn out that you actually like it. High school is all about developing new interests and trying out new things. So give everything a go before you decide that it is not for you. Take advantage of every opportunity. Be comfortable with trying new things and don't be afraid to reach out to others. So, at my high school, in a sea of 30 STEM students, there were just 7 girls in my class. This was extremely intimidating at first. Choosing to follow a path less traveled by those of your own demographic will always be a difficult decision. Even more challenging, however, is sticking to that path as you're continuously faced with the actions and opinions of those who are implicitly biased towards maintaining a particular status quo. It is essential for girls studying in the STEM fields to succeed in the face of this opposition with as much grandeur as possible. Recognize that there exists some internal bias, but refuse to let it corrode your sense of self-worth and limit what you think yourself capable of. Bring to the table your unique perspective and hard-earned talents, and no one can reasonably refuse you a seat. Growing up, my parents cultivated my unbridled passion for STEM by creating growth opportunities. My mom encouraged scientific discovery with DIY experimentation kits and trips to planetariums, while my dad shot me with daily mental math questions and involved me in stock market arithmetics. At the dinner table, I was told stories of intelligent, independent women like Marvel's Black Widow and Agent Scully from The X-Files. However, from time to time, my perseverance was tested. At 5, I heard that girls don't own Hot Wheels. At 12, I was reprimanded for playing football with boys. And at 15, I was surrounded by demeaning comments that blatantly disregarded my ambitions while I took part in STEM classes. After talking to my female classmates, I realized that a lack of female STEM role models was a large contributing factor to a lesser number of girls. Well, it's true. Amongst the Musks and Zuckerbergs, I had no non-fictional female engineer role models. So this gave birth to this podcast, a platform where I began to interact with established women in STEM from all across the world and gained insights on their journey to success despite continual discouragement from society. Diversity is highly underrepresented in STEM fields. Most jobs are dominated by men, which makes for unique circumstances for women to navigate. While I embarked on this journey, I also motivated myself at high school with some personal endeavors. I taught myself key programming languages like C, C++, HTML, CSS, and Arduino. One of the most memorable internships that I had through these programming languages was as a research volunteer at Bebot. This is where I met a wide array of female engineers, and this is what really took off my interest. Hearing positive feedback from my podcast listeners or watching my female peers be more confident in their STEM education gives me immense happiness. Together, we will break shackles, push through stereotypes, and fight for our scientific passions to build a successful career in STEM. My high school experiences shaped me into a proactive leader. I learned how to think creatively, overcome obstacles, and communicate effectively. But most importantly, I learned perseverance, striving for a cause I truly believe in, and being accountable even when it is difficult. As I seek to be a successful engineer, I will always devote myself to this cause so that in the future, no 17-year-old girl doubts her STEM abilities. Well, that is all for this week's episode. This podcast is now available on all your platforms like YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Thank you so much for listening in and stay tuned for more.